Okay, first of all, I want to start by saying I think everybody should wash dishes, okay? Not just women. I believe in equality and shit. And yeah, even Drake should wash dishes, even though he has many dishwashers, even the latest dishwasher, if you know what I'm saying. No, but seriously though, do not fuck with underage dishwashers. Time is relative. This is not. Okay. By the way, this is an actual quote. This person here said. It's pretty fucking funny, but whatever. All right, let's get into the actual video. Let's get to the actual video. Now, as technology has evolved, humans have got to spend more and more time doing I don't know shit, right? Ever since the washing machine came out, we don't have to like fucking wash your clothes with whatever this magical device is. And yeah, I do think technology is efficient sometimes. Like washing machines, I'm pretty sure they use less water than this thing, and I'm pretty sure dishwashers also use less water. Although I don't actually know if dishwashers are more efficient in terms of energy. And I think if you optimize your dishwashing flow a little bit with the sink and shit, you can actually save water as well. Again, if you can optimize your VS Code setup, I think you can optimize your fucking dishwasher routine as well. House productivity is a real thing. Like, you should set up your house in such a way that things are the way you want. You can actually optimize your house. Now, don't go full autistic, obviously, but if you look at people who live in like rural farms and stuff, they actually have the freedom to build their houses the way they want, and they can do some really cool configurations IRL, if you know what I'm saying. And as we know, my time is valuable. More like it's not. This is usually what happens when people get more time, quote unquote. They just do this shit, which does this shit, and then they do a lot of this shit. Their kids are raised by this fucking thing, and this shit, and a lot of not good. You can see this compulsive motherfucker here. A lot of not good stuff. People nowadays say shit like, I value my time. Well, I value my ass. Okay, so shut the fuck up, bro. Don't give me that shit. Okay, you better wash dishes than doing this shit. Or if you're a top G, like our boy Drake here, you get someone else to wash the dishes, if you know what I'm not gonna say in this video. And yeah, another common trend I've observed, and I think a lot of people have observed, is every time new media technologies come out, a lot of bad shit seems to happen. Hannah Arendt even attributed fucking Nazism to this shit, or totalitarianism to this shit. As new technologies come up, people get like super obsessed with them. In early Germany, everybody moved out of the farms and they went to the main cities. Loneliness and isolation increased, and she suspected that this was a catalyst in the horrible shit that happened. Yeah, and people nowadays actually delegate every single part of their life to technology, to a fucking product or a corporation. That's right, people. Apps are corporations nowadays, okay? Like Tinder is a fucking corporation. And again, to some extent, this is good. Or washing machines are more efficient, but at the same time, it just gets fucking crazy sometimes. Nowadays, people don't even cook food anymore. They just fucking order food online. People don't have real life interactions anymore. They just use Discord, or I don't know, whatever, man. Slack, I guess, if you're a software developer. And people nowadays use the cell phone almost as a substitute for the real world. And this includes my shitty videos. Okay, I know I drop shit like a pigeon here, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, if closing my videos and okay, fuck Trudeau, more like fuck this channel, okay? I honestly don't remember why I put this here. I mean, fuck Trudeau, whatever. We can always clown on that man over here. But yeah, people nowadays seem to use this thing for a substitute for the real damn world, and that is not a good thing. If watching YouTube videos stops you from doing like human shit, then don't fucking watch it. And yeah. Don't find a real life partner or whatever. Get this fucking app instead. Don't dap up your boys with cool words, sup my n-words. Just message them on Discord instead. Right? Shit like this happens all the time. And it even got to the point where people stopped breastfeeding and gave their babies some industry bullshit, which sounds good. I understand industry stuff is like studies and all that, but at the same time, there are a lot of things that humans cannot just replicate, quote unquote, with technology, and there are a lot of things we end up missing out. So, and weirdly enough, there are studies to show that replacing things with technology is also bad, because sometimes the nature way just adjusts for a lot of factors, minerals and antibodies and shit and mother's milk or whatever. I think that was the study which showed that, hey, breastfeeding is better than fucking formula milk. And as we know, Joel Salatin also talks a lot about this in his book, Everything I Want to Do is Illegal. And in that book, he is not talking about drugs. He talks about how pastured farming has become illegal because everything nowadays is controlled by monopolies. And they raise barriers to entry for farming, and everything is just done in industries. You can see how all of these guys basically make a lot of money, cha-ching, and then they become monopolies, and then they build these gigantic ass industries, which is not sustainable, okay, but this is sustainable, which is what Joel Salon talks about a lot, and they just fuck up the entire world, okay, and their profits increase, okay, haha. Money bad, okay, that's totally the point I'm trying to make. People are going to read into this the wrong way, but the point I'm trying to make is over dependence on technology, especially technology you do not have access to, is not a good thing. If you think about your cell phone, you cannot choose the operating system on it, you cannot choose the apps on it, and you cannot choose the tracking software on it. You do not have access to cell phone technology at all. You get to loan it with certain terms and conditions that you have to agree to, or else you simply cannot use the product. That is not how products work. If I buy something, I'm mostly allowed to do whatever the fuck I want with it. If I buy a car, I should be able to drive it wherever I want. If I buy a knife, I should be able to cut tomatoes with the knife, or a fucking, I don't know, a sausage, okay? I do not have to sign terms of service to buy a fucking knife. And another point I thought I'll make at the end is that your brain is actually developed to do chores and some kind of mundane activity. I'm not saying you drain your entire life to this, but there is a certain kind of quote-unquote peace in doing things like this. When you do chores like this, your brain spends time in execution mode, which is not default mode, and it actually allows you to focus and whatnot. There's a reason billionaires, because everything a billionaire does is amazing, they actually wash their own dishes, or they deliberately do mundane chores like this. I think Bill Gates spoke about this. Another thing Bill Gates does is, obviously, Bill Gates probably does a lot of stranger things with a lot of stranger people, if you know what I'm saying. Bill Gates probably fucks with the latest dishwasher as well, but you get my point. Do not buy electric toothbrushes, please. That is the dumbest, gayest motherfucking thing I have ever seen. I know it is faggy, okay? I mean, I know you're not allowed to say fag anymore, which is pretty funny. I was just watching Idiocracy recently. That movie is released in 2006, by the way. Remember the good old days when iDubbbz would get online and say, I mean, okay, whatever. Yeah, and with the time you save, please do not overindulge in cheap-ass pleasures. You're better off washing the fucking dishes yourself. You're better off doing shit by yourself. And yeah, nowadays I'll also try to do more tutorial videos. I don't know how interested people are in these kinds of videos. This was actually an old script I had, and I figured I might as well execute it. I'll try to do tutorial videos on certain things, or I'll just talk shit. Who knows? Either way, thanks for your support and time, and yeah, have a nice day.